Hello. So I wanna do like a video. I've done a few videos on this where I like explain like why I always recommend particles, but some people are like, why would you recommend particles? You can get so many particles per day. I'm like because particles are one of the best items you can get value wise, but also usage wise. Like particles, pet gifts, etc. You should always be trying to get your pets, especially particles, and that's because particles they are a 7-to-1 ratio. Like that actually you see on this one. For every 100 particles cost 700 emeralds. And for each pet, like if you want to max out a pet, fully max out a pet like this, you need about 80,000 particles. If you want to skip the skill side of things on the final tiers, you only need about 65,000, like because these are about like 6,000, 6,000, 2,400, something like that. So it's about 15,000 there. So you still only need about 66,000 particles. Right, but the problem is, like, that's a lot of emeralds. 80,000 particles will cost you about 600,000 emeralds. If you, like said, if you're skipping the last half of the base final tier, you need about 500,000 emeralds. So 600,000 or 500,000 emeralds just to max out patronage on one pet. Right, and that ends up being a lot. Yes, you can get a lot of particles, quote, lot of particles quickly if you by doing your daily adventures, but you can only get one charge per day. Sometimes you get some extra charges from mailbox or whatever. So maybe you can get 10 charges per week. Right, so let's just say like generously, like or 10 adventures, like so maybe you'll get maybe like every other week, probably not every week, maybe every other week unless there's like major events. But like if you have this though, 2,500. So I've done videos where I've done raids on like level 13s where I've opened like 20, 30 raids of an adventure, right? I average about 250 particles per number 13 adventure. So 250 times 10 is this. This is 10 adventures worth. People are like, well, it's only like a week's worth of particles. Yes. But if you want to do the math here, if you need 80,000 particles for one pet, you'd be looking at almost a year, I think. So it's 80,000 divided by 250 is about 320 adventures to get 80,000 particles to max out a pet. You would have to do 320 number 13 adventures and get all 4 chests on average. If you're skipping that, if you're doing just half a tier on the final one, like you're skipping these last 3 crystals, you would need about 260 days or 260 adventures. So yeah, so we're talking, like 8 to 12 months to get that many chaos particles just by doing ventures. Like that's a long time unless you're going to spend a lot of emeralds. And that's why you should always get particles. Like, that's why you should try to trade pet gifts. Like pet gifts, I say they are the best gift until you have all your pets level 130. The pet potions are good for newer players. But also these are a lot of value. The soul chest, this is 15 souls, your choice. Like, that's a lot. This is 750 emeralds right here. This is like 1,200 emeralds. About 400 emeralds, 1,200 emeralds, 750 emeralds, 250 emeralds, 700 emeralds, 350 emeralds. Like, just value-wise, pet gifts are pretty good, but you do get potion a lot of time, but potions are still needed for new players. Once all your pets are 130, that's when you stop trading pet gifts. But pet gifts, like I said, are super, super good way to get particles. Like, particles are a good thing to claim on your winter claws. After the totems, like the must pick, and I'd say particles the must pick for like 99% of players. Those are the best prizes. Like if we want to go to my new account, like my other account, like pets, like I said, like I've been doing really well on a fairly modest budget. I've only spent about $400 on this account since July. So I started this account back in July. I've only spent about $400 on this account. Like it's been pretty budget, but we've been finishing pretty high in the arena. Like we're only ranked like 405 total, but I'm 29 in the arena. We do pretty well. Like, right, I've been high in the arena. I've been getting top 20, top 30 a lot. I had number 1. I was number 1 in the arena the other day. Right, it's like, I think we had number 9 yesterday. Like, so we've been able to get high in the arena, and a lot of it's because I have lots of pets. I've been putting all my investment into pets. Like if we go, I have a bunch of pets that are already Violet Rank. We already have 4 pets that are Violet Rank because I use every event, every opportunity, Spooky Fest, Summerfest, Winterfest, to try to get our pets up, because that is the thing that will help you more to win fights than anything else. We're working on Oliver now, trying to get him to Violet, and then we'll probably do Axel, and then Merlin, and then maybe Biscuit, or we might just try to get these other ones higher, but pets are by far the most important thing to do on heroes. Like Ascension doesn't matter. Like Ascension gifts, like they said for 10,000 emeralds, for 10,000 cookies, Ascension gifts are kind of meh. Like, yes, you can get 5 seeds, but it's rare, and seeds aren't that big of a deal. Like, honestly, great Tree of Wisdom. The stats are nice, but it's like, it really doesn't matter that much until you're like on level 160. We get all these pet potions, we get particles, eggs, right? And I just think for like the value wise, pet potions are by far the best. Whereas Ascension, like outside of like 3 specific heroes, like whatever, it's like, yeah, getting some extra Ascension here, that stuff's nice. It's good for, it's okay for your main tank. But for the most part, only Thea, Nebula, and Ishmael. Those are the only 3 heroes who really need Ascension. Besides that, your main tank. Until you get to like the high end, like when you get to like the 160 boss, then you need Sebastian and Isaac with Ascension. Those 2 are the ones that you really need. Plus, you need to get the support branch up for 160 boss. But outside of that, like, just focus on your tank branch is probably the best for a lot of players. Until you, like I said, support branch, tank branch, like a lot of these stats, like branches don't matter too much. Ascension doesn't matter too much except for those 3 heroes: Thea, Nebula, Thea, Nebula, Ishmael. High end, you want Isaac, Sebastian. Like I said, so it's just not that great. The other gifts, the Titan artifact gifts, these ones can have 50 certs in them, or even 10. Like, this is a great way to get certs. I got a lot of certs on this account. I had a 50 cert one not too while ago. I've had a few 10s. Like, you can get a lot of certs. Some of this other stuff's really good too. Get a lot of Titan potions. So those gifts are good too. Like, after you max out your pet gifts, like on you max out your like one level 130 on all your pets, that's when you start doing the Titan upgrade boxes, right? Ascension is like more for like as like after all these ones, like after you don't need pet stuff, after you don't need Titan stuff, which for 99% of players, that will never happen. So it's like, yeah, no, always use the opportunity to try to level up your pets, because if you are not trying to get particles from events like Summerfest, Winterfest, Spooky Fest, you're going to have a hard time getting your pets up, and getting your pets up is the key to winning. Like, it really is. Like, it's by far the most important thing in hero fights. Like, if you see, like, they actually have some decent pets here. Well, they have one decent pet here. They have Chorus and Merlin are decent. But it's like, you see some of these, like, so they do have a couple, like, and it's really just having pets, like, otherwise you have 0 chance here. Like, they have Axel, like, so their Kane is not even close to powered up enough to actually have patronage. They don't have Mara here. They have Albus on her. They're Oliver's weak, like, so they focused. So they have just Axel. They don't have a lot of pets. They have a lot of investment overall, but not a lot of pets, right? And that's, like I said, it's just pets are just a better value investment than anything else you could put resources into. Like, their Kane's pretty good. Took them a couple tries. See this one, they have some reinvestment in their pets right here. Look at that. So this actually has good investment in pets here. Right, and that's just how if you don't have pets, you will lose a lot of fights. Right, they have good Yasmin there. Yasmin kind of a bad match up versus Aurora, so. But yeah, no, it's just, like I said, pets by far the most important thing to work on with your heroes. More important than any skins or anything else that you can do on your heroes. Leveling up your pets. You want to try to get all those particles from events like this. It's why I recommended choosing particles for Legendary Winter Clouds for most players, because you really do want those particles if you fail to get the totem. Totem, obviously, the best pick. Particles, I'd say, is probably the second best pick for players. Anyway, hope you guys found this video informative. If you want to know more about like Winterfest, I did my video about like these Winterfest bundles, which, like I said, and how the pet gift is actually the best value in those bundles. Like, if you want to buy those, you can find that video below. Thanks for watching.